Hello and welcome to the All Night Gamers Podcast, episode 41. I'm your host, Grant, along with Alex, Cameron, and Cooper, but still no Mayo because I had to request a different recording time than usual, so that pretty much made it impossible for him to be here. So I take blame for that. But hi, hello, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us for another episode. Things are really ramping up now, especially compared to last week and how slow that was. E3 is almost here. And it feels like E3 is already here, really, with how much news has been coming out. Several events have happened: Dead by Daylight, Resident Evil, Dragon Quest, Sonic, and a bunch of news about the Switch Pro leaking. I'm sure if you're not living under a rock, you've heard at least something about that recently.
Yeah, it's only trending on Twitter.
Right now?
No, whatever day that Amazon makes it. We'll get into that.
Yeah. Anyway, on with the show. Starting with these all these showcases that are happening really early before E3. Starting with Dead by Daylight cross Resident Evil. It's basically just a bunch of stuff coming to Dead by Daylight, which is pretty cool. So Nemesis is going to be a new killer in the game. Leon and Jill Valentine are survivors in the game. The Raccoon City Police Station is going to be a map. That sounds pretty fun, actually. I would dig to play that map. And zombies will spawn on this map to help Nemesis. And it's all coming June 15th. That actually has given me a good reason to at least try Dead by Daylight again. Because I would love to play the police station. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, it looks dope.
So yeah, that's all coming June 15th. Be sure to check that out if you have any love for Resident Evil. I'm big on that.
I won't even have my computer then.
Right. Well, hey, it's on Switch.
It is on Switch. And it's not like it's expensive. So all I have to do is wait for a sale.
Yep. I'm sure there's going to be a big one on E3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the what?
I was considering they might do it around when they release the Resident Evil thing, but I don't see that, even though most of their money's made off costumes, I think.
Yeah, we'll see. Dragon Quest 30th Anniversary also had a thing the day after the Resident Evil one. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D announced. Is why the 2D?
It's Octopath's art style.
Ah, nice. So that was announced. Just announced, like no release date or anything? Is it like kind of a new thing?
I don't remember seeing a release date. I think that might have been 2022. That was towards the end of the show, but like that's all anyone was talking about, so I put it first.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. Japan exclusive merch, so cool. Dragon Quest Eraser puzzle game announced for mobile devices. It's a puzzle game that features drawings of enemies and erasers for the heroes. Interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely just going to be like a Connect 3 game, but the concept is cool. At least from the trailer, but it's not going to look like that. So
I mean, sounds like a mobile game.
It sounds like a mobile game.
Dragon Quest X Online is getting a massive update for version 6. No plans for a worldwide release. Does that mean it's... Well, where is it coming then?
Japan.
Oh, cool.
Thanks.
Dragon Quest X Offline announced, planned for next year. And Dragon Quest Treasures announced, an RPG that features Eric and Mia as children looking for treasure and sailing like Wind Waker. Oh, yeah, okay. Wind Waker, you say?
Yeah, there was sailing, and they were, sailing. I don't know. They barely showed that off, but she gave off some Wind Waker vibes for me.
I was interested, but now you got my attention. Well, hey, well, now that you said Wind Waker, I guess I gotta keep an eye on that.
At least to see if it's actually end up like Wind Waker or not.
Yeah. No release date, but the plan is for a worldwide release. Good. And Dragon Quest 12, the Flames of Fate teased. I cannot talk. I just can't. I guess Dragon Quest just ruins the rest of the sentence.
Yeah, because you're saying Dragon Quest and trying to figure out the rest of the sentence. This Dragon Quest live stream featured Dragon Quest, another Dragon Quest,
2, 3,
and
4,
Dragon
5,
Quest.
6. Yeah, Dragon Quest is 6 times. Dragon Quest starts every line of the notes except for the Japan exclusive merge.
Yeah, I kind of skipped over that. Yeah, I mean it's Dragon Quest Japan exclusive merge.
This Dragon Quest is made out of Dragon Quest.
Excellent.
Well, I mean, that's a lot, honestly. So I'm glad to see that they're actually doing a lot of stuff for their anniversary.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
For sure. Sonic also had their 30th anniversary live stream, Sonic Colors Ultimate, which I'm very excited for because that's actually one of the better Sonic 3D Sonics. $40 for the Ultimate Edition. Now you're talking Sega. Sega knows how to price games.
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Sonic Colors Rise of the Wisp 2, Rise of the Wisp 2-part show announced for this summer, excuse me. And a new Sonic game releasing next year, which is made by the people that made Sonic Forces, right? So it's probably going to be bad.
It's probably going to be bad.
Yeah, I remember like they said that with the announcement when I was looking, and I was like, "Why would you use?
Why would you announce that?
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that."
Oh, it's not on here, but now's a good time to mention it. What's his name? Roger thing. Hold on.
The voice of Sonic for the last 10 years.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Roger Craig Smith is back as Sonic.
Yeah, I did see that. Very good. Mirage is back.
Most likely what happened is probably similar to the Eggman situation, where they were like, we're going to do a new cast. And he re-auditioned with the whatever they were looking for this time, and they were like, here you go. Oh, wait, it's you.
Oh. Huh.
Well, good. He's a good voice actor. I like him. So big ups to that. Now I know we ran through that kind of quickly.
That Sonic baby plush that comes with the Ultimate or Ultimate's Collector's Edition is just weird looking.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. So yeah, we ran through that kind of quickly. That's just because there's not a lot to talk about. That's just news. But don't worry, we've got lots of things to talk about still. I'm really excited to talk about Switch Pro because it just seems like more and more like it's happening.
Well, I mean, it's been happening for 4 years.
Yeah,
it's eventually gotta happen.
But now it's like happening. It's not like happening like, oh, it's like, because you could say like Nintendo's working on their next console. Of course they fucking are. They do that from the day their console launches, just like any other company. But like now it's like actually about to like happen in the terms of us getting involved. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So first, Collector's Corner. This is the weekly segment where we go around and talk about games that we've gotten and other things that we've gotten and collector's stuff in general. And as of late, just some good news, which is a welcome addition. Just kind of a positive segment. So, Cameron, why don't you start us off?
Okay. So
also, wait, no, sorry, I immediately interrupted. Did we mention your new thing, your acceptance into the program?
No, but
I will. Well, then, for everybody, to Cameron, congratulations on the Disney College program as a good news start. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Now that I've interrupted you for that, you can go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, on Friday I signed my lease for the Disney College program. So I'm officially going to Orlando. It's gonna be cool. I've been looking into some of the benefits just because I mean the work experience isn't going to help me any, just because it's getting to work in the parks, which is cool, especially during the 50th anniversary. But I'm there to network and maybe get backstage. There's tours that go into the underground for Magic Kingdom and behind Phantasmic. So I'm looking to see if I can snag those.
That sounds really fascinating. I would love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. I also got my hands on the World's End Club Deluxe Edition. I've not gotten a chance to play it yet because the last thing I need to do right now is start yet another game. I I've been playing mostly Persona 3 since I got my COVID shot Wednesday. Was out most of Thursday. Uh, got to skip work because of it on Friday because I'm not driving 40 minutes dizzy. That's stupid. Um, so I ended up playing a lot of Persona 3. Um, I I think I was trying to remember where I started Persona 3 this weekend. Maybe September. But I have gone through uh, Tartarus twice for the monthly dungeon segment, and I got through all of September plus bosses for it. So I made some significant progress, and hopefully I get some time to, get through the game before I have to go. I'm trying to take as few consoles as possible because there's not a lot of space for TV and such.
So it's that like 4. If you're anything like me, it's gonna be like 4.
Look, I'm gonna bring my laptop because I don't think my desktop could handle, going. Uh, Definitely bringing my Switch. So we have that extra dock that I bought at launch year, and I couldn't find our extra power supply, so I bought another one of those. Um, so that's more or less ready. I'm gonna bring the Elgato just so I have a way to record while I'm down. I don't know how much recording I'm gonna actually get to do per se, but I want to be able to extend the channel if I can.
Yeah.
And what else? I think the weirdest part's just gonna be that I'm not gonna bring the amiibo. So
However shall you survive?
however shall I survive? They take up a desk of space by themselves. I mean, I totally have that in my college-sized apartment. You know.
Yeah, Amiibo was one of the first things to go when I went to my dorm. I remember. Just there's no room. There's just literally no room.
Yeah, I remember you left them. I think until you got your current apartment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I was either in a dorm or I was moving back and forth between a dorm and that pretty much dorm-sized apartment for my co-op. There was no way I was gonna have all those Amiibo
All
there.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
until
had a
I
couple
get.
with me, like a couple
Yeah,
basic
because
ones.
you got some new. You bought. I want to say you brought some of your customs,
I pretty
and
much
you
always had the
buying
pit with
some.
me because the pit was the only custom that really turned out good. So I
Mm,
always kept him with me. And then maybe like the Pac-Man one, I think, because Smash main,
yeah.
but not much. Anyway, sorry.
Let's see. What else have I played this week? I played Apex with you. Um, I am rusty, and oh boy, I'm gonna be absolutely awful at it once I get back to being able to play.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, but maybe I'll land a full-time job at Disney. I'm at Disney, give me an Imagineer position. Let's go. Um, and then I can just buy a new computer because hopefully by then the whole scalping situation for Bitcoin mining will be fixed. Because I mean, how are you gonna do it? You know? Um, but yeah, let's see. I played some Animal Crossing. Um, I, I'm starting to wane off of it just because there's nothing new. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Well, all right then, Cooper.
Um, um, wait, what are we talking about?
Bro,
Uh,
Cooper's in the middle
Collector's
of a
Corner.
duel.
Oh, so like, oh yeah, I played Yu-Gi-Oh with Cameron and Alex last night.
And that is true. We did that.
Um, I'm trying to think. I've just been chilling recently. I've definitely lost track of time. It's weird that it's what, Monday? What is today?
It is Monday, yes.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know anymore. It's only been like a week.
I missed that. Big miss that.
I've just been chilling. I've been playing not a lot. Oh, I'd finally beat the would Alex, would it be called like the main story of The World Ends With You, or
Yeah,
yeah.
main story. Haven't beaten the new added stuff to the Switch version story.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. And then, I've been playing Fire Emblem Heroes and all that too. Like the usual stuff. So it's been pretty chill.
Bet.
Yes, sir.
Alex.
All right, let's see. I played some Near Replicant, and I played some Fire Emblem Fates, but I'm gonna put those and Resident Evil Village on hold because I'm gonna play whatever Cameron's taking to Disney with him.
Oh, get that out of
Because
the
I
way.
won't have, yeah, because I won't have access to it.
Yeah. Have you? So, where are you right now in Village?
I haven't moved in Village. That's why I didn't bring up that I
Okay.
didn't
So
play this last
where are you
week.
right? So you're still in the castle.
I'm standing right before I've pushed open the tomb, and then I see the dagger, and then I booked it back into the castle to finish cleaning it up
Okay.
because she wasn't hunting me at that point because I tested a theory I had, and I'd already killed everything else. There were no enemies,
Yeah.
so it made it really easy.
I didn't realize there was so much more game after the castle.
They only showed the castle in the trailers, but
Yeah, it's so. I mean, I'm glad because I was done with the castle in like 7 hours.
there's 4 bosses, 5 bosses. We meet them all at the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were all bosses until after I got through the castle, and then the fat guy, the Duke, told me all about him, and I was like, "Oh, I have to kill all those people." Okay, so I've been. Oh, sorry, you keep going. I don't need to get ahead of myself.
Um, I don't know.
So what are you going to be playing? Like, what? Okay, so I guess a better question is, Cameron, what are you taking that Alex has to play?
Okay, so I have had to be thinking about that, right? I want to take Layton's Mystery Journey, because the plan was to use that for the channel, and because I'm spending 60 hours a week for work, I have not been able to play it yet. Seems to be a running theme at this point. World's End Club, my copy of Smash and Mario Kart. I'm hoping to have 3D World. I mean, Alex has his own copy, but I'm hoping to have V World done by the time that I go. Um, we'll see how close I am. I may just play it like I was gonna say I could play it on the way down, but I'm driving. That would be dangerous. I will not be doing that. Let's see. I'm probably gonna end up needing to bring Persona 5 Strikers. Um, I'm not bringing new Pokemon Snap. I haven't finished it yet, but it's as much as I'm enjoying it, it's not like the most moving story, you know. So
Well, yeah, it's Pokemon Snap.
it's Pokemon Snap. It's relaxing, but it's not like I don't want to have to like try to figure out what to do after a day working at the parks or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna leave that here. I need to start getting all my stuff together. I'm probably gonna bring Sushi Striker once again for the channel. I have no clue how I'm gonna record all this for the channel. I still need to finish Mario Kart not Double Dash, DS as well. It's gonna be a very, very trying 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, I bet.
Especially since I'm still at work. I when I initially learned that I got accepted, I was like, do I just make my paper? Do I put in my 2 weeks today? Because it was the Friday. It was on a Friday,
Yeah.
But I couldn't because all my supervisors left. So I was like, okay, I'll deal with it on Monday. I get paid for that week. So I'm gonna have 4 days off after that final day, and then we head down and see what happens.
Oh, well, I mean, as long as you don't die, I'm sure it'll be fun.
Yeah,
I love the
I-
silence,
I-
like you're not sure.
I would hope not. But
me
Florida
neither.
traffic is something else. Let's be honest here. It's
At least it's not Atlanta.
Yeah, that's true. I just instead of dealing with Atlanta traffic, I get to deal with idiots trying to have the best day ever at a theme park.
Every day.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
The fun part, I think, is gonna end up being I'm gonna need to so Disney had the option to opt out of buses or not, and they said if you opted out, you got $240 back. So I went mine. So I got to get my card checked out before I go.
Oh, so they just give you gas money if you don't use the
Well,
buses?
no, essentially,
Okay.
because you had to pay the fees to sign up for your room and whatnot. And they said they'll give you money back for if you don't do their transportation because they don't have to accommodate you. So I'll take that.
I wonder how driving's going to be.
Better than it is now. That's all that matters.
Well, all right then. Oh yeah, me. I got a Series X. I did it. Very nerve-wracking, but it happened. It is downstairs right now. It is very large. It's a different kind of large, but I enjoy it.
It's smaller than the PS5, right?
Only shorter, but
See.
it's heavier, and it's also thick. So it's like a very large rectangle that's the weight of a block of lead.
Ooh.
It's much heavier than the PS5 is, but it's so much more neat. Like because you can, it's rectangular, it's square. You can fit it into a box, and it's perfect and sharp corners and everything. Where the PS5 is super like artistic or whatever. But yeah, so I spent most of the day yesterday downloading things and playing Game Pass stuff, and installing a couple games on discs I have, like Resident Evil 2, because now I can get back to that and not have to play it in terrible graphics at 30 frames.
Yeah.
I was shook at how much better. So Forza Horizon 4 is like hands down my favorite driving game. And I used to have a Game Pass a while ago, and I would play it either on my computer, or actually no, that was Forza 3. It was on my computer, but I played Forza 4 on the Xbox. But the Xbox was a 2013 VCR Xbox, so the loading times were atrocious, and I would get like 30 frames, and I didn't really, and it was like 720p. It was not good, but I didn't really notice it at the time because it's just a good game, so I didn't really care. But then I downloaded it, played it on the Series X, like holy crap, 4K, 60 frames, and the loading times were non-existent anymore, which was hands down my biggest problem with the game because there's a feature in the game where you can reload, like rewind your driving by like 100 feet or so. And if you choose to not do it and you back out to go back to where you were, it goes into a loading screen, and usually that's like a 20-second loading screen. On
Pain.
if you're using a hard disk, but on the Series X it's like 1 second, like that. You're good. And usually when I remember booting up Forza 4, it felt like booting up a 90s computer. I'd click the game and then I'd go do something, and then come back and it'd still be almost ready to go. And then once you get into the screen to select your profile, you select that, and then it's got to load the world in, which like is another several minutes.
That's how Animal Crossing is at this point. I don't know what it is about some of Nintendo's games, but when they start getting updates, it's just not great.
But yeah, so Forza 4 is way more enjoyable now. Also, just playing a driving game like that in 60 frames is just impeccably better. Because you're going so fast.
That would be kind of cool. Sorry to
You good.
interrupt. Like 60 FPS, 4K Mario Kart.
Hey, Switch Pro. We'll get to that.
Oh.
But yeah, so I got that. I also got a new controller with it. Besides the one that came with it, I got the Electric Volt color because that's a dank-ass color. And the Volt is one of my favorite guns in Apex, so that's a double whammy there. Also, I really like green. So I dig the new controller. I like that it's USB-C. I like that there's textures on the triggers. I like that the texture on the controller is way better than the Xbox One texture. And I like the D-pad better than the Xbox One D-pad. What I don't like is that it still uses AA's, but I bought a set of rechargeable batteries for things that refuse to use rechargeable batteries today, like Xbox One controllers, so it doesn't really bother me anymore.
Microsoft must have some sort of deal or something with.
They do sell Duracells. They give you Duracells in every box. So probably some contract with Duracell, or it's also probably cheaper to just give you a couple AA's than to give you a rechargeable battery. Because then they can charge you another $20 for a rechargeable battery to put in your Xbox One controller. But yeah, it's really good. It's so weird. They've got vibration motors in the triggers. So it's not like resistive, but it still vibrates a little bit. It's kind of interesting what they've tried to do. It's like a cheap way to get some kind of feel in the trigger. But it's leagues behind the DualSense for sure. But yeah, so I've been playing that. SSD is wicked fast. I certainly dig that. I think it's super cool. It looks really good. I'm excited to get back to Resident Evil 2 now. I think that's all that's all I got. I'm excited. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more of that today. Played Apex, like Cameron said. Oh yeah, I got Morrowind, like Elder Scrolls 3 from Game Pass, and man, that game is rough. Because that came out on the original Xbox and like PC. First off, it's made like those games are made for PC. To try to play it with a controller is terrible. The graphics are rough. The game is hard. I've died 4 times, and I haven't even done my first objective. I went through the training. I got my papers, set up my character, and they're like, "Okay, go to the city and deliver these papers." I'm like, "Okay," and I'm still going there. I spent like an hour and a half. I'm still going there. I've died 3-4 times, it's rough. But yeah, that's all I got. So on to tidbits. Cooper, Faye.
All right. Hang on. All right. So we got here from Radiant Dawn as our next mythic hero. Her trailer and banner have been released, and her map is really stupid. So have fun with that. Goddess and Servants has one. I used the wrong one. Anyways, won the Twitter poll, and they'll be showing up as the next revival sometime next month. We have received our 5 orbs from the Pawns of Loki glitch, and Resplendent Nino is currently out and will be replaced by Resplendent Prom on June 9th, Wednesday.
That delivery was very reminiscent of High School News. So,
Well, all right then. All right, on to the tidbits. Konami is looking to outsource development for older games in the back catalog. What games? Does anyone know? Or just older games?
I don't know.
That could mean a lot of things.
That's all. That is all I heard. That's the only part I heard about that.
Well,
cool. Miitopia has been updated to use the Nintendo World Band. Do you mean the Super Nintendo World Bands, like the Amiibo bands?
Yeah, the Amiibo bands.
Okay.
So originally they weren't able to, and I've got a video of that on the channel, and now they can. I don't have a full copy of the game, so I can't, do a comparison. But I did the other one.
Super Bomberman R Online has released and also has a crossover with Fall Guys. So that's the Battle Royale Bomberman, right?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure I got it mixed. Because that Super Bomberman R thing really just throws me off. Nintendo has partnered with PlayVersus to make Smash Ultimate and Splatoon 2 varsity athletic programs at participating high schools this fall. So, I mean, hey, we're going to start seeing high school esports with Smash and Splatoon 2. It's pretty cool. I wish I could have done esports in high school. That would have been awesome. Imagine getting to say you're a high school athlete and they ask you what.
And then it's Splatoon.
what's your sport? I bought a Wii U. Minecraft gets Caves and Cliffs update part 1 next week. Big exciting. I meant to look yesterday, but I also downloaded Minecraft on the Xbox with the Game Pass because, of course, I'm going to make sure I have Minecraft. And I want to see if if there's a ray tracing option or if they're going to add one, because that would be sick. That'd be my consoles would be the only way I could experience ray tracing right now. So that would be really cool to see that. But anyway, okay, Switch Pro rumors. We're back at it again for the 100th time. So another report from Bloomberg came out saying that the Switch Pro is entering production in July and slated for a September-October release. Several leakers that are reputable that say September 10th, and they've teased it with 9/10. So it's a tease. More expensive, so $400 price point. Amazon Mexico listed it as the new Nintendo Switch Pro, and then it changed the title to Dummy ASDN or like ASIDN or something like that. So like a dummy listing, but that's listing probably will be the Switch Pro or something. I don't know. So Amazon Mexico kind of blew the load early there. So it's most certainly
Like
happening.
Amazon's always done, so Nintendo's probably gonna ban Amazon again.
Yeah. So that's how we pretty much know for sure. Like it's coming now that people are actually listening it. Not like where PlayAsia listed Switch Pro for $700. So they could just refund you whenever it does happen or whatever. So also part of that Bloomberg report, a bigger dock. And by bigger, I mean same length but thicker. Built-in Ethernet port, good. 2 USB 3 ports on the back, so hey, maybe we'll finally get that update for USB 3 compatibility, because we still haven't got that 4 years after they said we would get one. An OLED screen, well, which is part of the usual rumors. DLSS upscaling, which is also part of the usual rumors. I think it's still going to be 720p handheld. They said it's going to be compatible with current Joy-Cons and also be a similar size to the current Switch, which is like, duh, but some people have kind of dissected that, like, well, what do you mean by compatible? Like, do you mean you'll be able to use it on there, or like, are they going to keep the same Joy-Con? Do you think like the Switch Pro is also going to have updated Joy-Con that fix the drift problems and maybe are like more ergonomic or have more or less features or whatever, but you can still use old Joy-Con on them? Like, compatible doesn't sound like you're going to keep the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
So,
It's announced at E3 or not.
yeah, everyone's pretty much on edge right now, waiting for the announcement, because it's coming soon. Pretty much any day now. And I really hope it doesn't get announced before this episode goes live. So, Nintendo, if you could hold off till like Friday or something, that'd be great. And yes, that's pretty much it. It's the Amazon Mexico thing was like, okay, yeah, it's incoming. So possibly E3 announcement, possibly pre-E3 announcement, but it's got to be soon if they're about to start producing it and looking to release it in September or October. Then you gotta. I mean, we're cutting it close here, because that's only what, like 3-4 months.
Yeah. This is a console we're talking about. It's not like a game.
Yeah. So as of we're recording on Memorial Day, so basically it's June. So September would be 4 months from the beginning of June to September, and then October. So 4 or 5 months. When was the PS5 announced?
I don't know.
It was rumored basically all that year, I think.
It was rumored the previous year because slowly it slowed down.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, everyone knew PS5 was coming. They just didn't know when.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Everyone's just giving me the launch date, but I don't want the launch date. I want the announcement date.
It was. I don't remember.
Cerny first publicly described the new console in an interview with Wired Magazine in April 2019. And then in their financial report for that quarter, Sony affirmed that the new gen hardware was in development but would ship no earlier than April of the following year, which they were right on. In October 2019, Sony said it intended to ship its next gen console worldwide by the end of 2020. So they were like way out on the timeline for this. But then again, that was a whole new generation. That's not just a console upgrade. So, but yeah, so pretty much incoming on that. Big excitement. I'm glad that Nintendo's finally going to build a Ethernet port into their system again rather than requiring an adapter, because that's perhaps the stupidest thing I've ever had to deal with on a console. Although at this point, I mean, I've had an adapter since almost launch, so doesn't matter to me. But I'm glad that they're building that into the new docks. If this is true, I guess.
Dude, I can't believe how fast Amazon Mexico posted that.
Freaking Amazon Mexico.
Amazon wonders why Nintendo gets mad at them and doesn't give it to them immediately, and then they pull shit like that. Because this isn't the first time they've done it. And they got super mad when they were like, Nintendo didn't give it to us early this time, and Nintendo's like, yeah, I think you know why. Quit throwing it at us.
Yeah. Although, even if it even if the Amazon Mexico thing didn't go up, everyone pretty much knows it's like inbound. Like,
True, but it's different when a company posts it versus.
yeah, well, because now like Nintendo can point the finger at somebody and say it's your fault because that's obvious. Like some Business Insider article saying that it's going to happen, like that's just rumor. That's easy to make. Like they're just talking or
Yeah.
whatever. But when someone like a business posts a page about it, and then there's someone that can point fingers at, like, oh, it's freaking Amazon Mexico. I would hate to be the guy that made that post. That okayed that.
Surprised all companies haven't barred Amazon until after they've announced it, because Amazon Mexico did the exact same thing with the Spyro trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they announced it, and then the next day, whoever makes Spyro had to announce the trilogy.
Incredible. So yeah, that's inbound. Hey, be sure to keep listening because not only will we be talking about the Switch Pro whenever that inevitably happens, we'll also be talking about E3 because that's coming up. And to finish this week, we're doing E3 predictions early because, as I said in the beginning of the episode, announcements are happening left and right. Even though it's not E3 yet, we're still like 2 weeks out. It feels like E3's already started, and we're just gonna get this out of the way. So predictions. Any opening thoughts?
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember who was all there. Sony's not there, so we get no Sony announcements.
Okay, but
think
we can
that's-
we can include Sony because we're sure
They'll
something's gonna
announce
happen.
something
Yeah,
around
something's
them.
coming from Sony. It
Um,
just won't be a part of E3 officially.
They said they had 13 games, first parties, right? Or new series.
I think
So yeah, I can almost guarantee we're getting 2 or 3 of those announced around E3.
This is an obvious one, so it's kind of easy. But they said that they would have their next big system firmware update happening in the summer, and that's supposed to include SSD expansion enabled. So you can buy an M.2 slot card and shove it in your PS5 now. So that's pretty much coming this summer because they said it would be, at least hopefully. Easy stuff for Nintendo. Obviously Mario Golf, because that's coming out like 2 weeks after E3, so they're gonna have something about it.
Yeah.
Same for Skyward Sword HD because that's coming out this summer. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Legends Arceus. That's the easy stuff. As far as speculation, like predictions, there's got to be something else Zelda related, right?
Breath of the Wild 2, right?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
the Zelda Anniversary. Or do you think they won't do any anniversary stuff until?
They would almost definitely announce anniversary stuff.
I think they'll talk about Skyward Sword and maybe announce another game, but I think they're not gonna touch Anniversary here. I think they're waiting
Until the fall, like
just
they kind of did with Mario.
yeah, just a little longer.
I really wish it would be there. But okay. What about Splatoon 3?
I could see them maybe doing something with it, but
I hope they'll talk about it.
I could see them mentioning it, but I don't really see a lot.
Maybe
yeah,
they'll announce it for January. That's still 2023, like they want, but early.
it depends on
Ban-
how far along they had it planned out. Because it still seemed like they were trying to make a plan for 2020, and it just didn't pan out. So it could definitely be an early 22 game.
Okay, then the requisite Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime 4. other than it's going well, or actually no, we're supposed to have forgotten
No,
about
we're
it.
supposed to have forgotten
Oh
about it.
God, no! I did it again. I remembered. I thought
I
about it again.
remembered.
Maybe there'll be something from there. Maybe we can get an update on Metroid Prime 4. When did they announce that they were going to be starting development over? Early 2019?
I don't remember.
For what?
Metroid Prime 4?
I think that was 2019. Because they'd already would have already been at it for 2 years at least.
Yeah. So maybe at least something Metroid Prime trilogy, or do you think they're holding off on that until Metroid Prime 4 is ready to go?
Maybe. I'm still wondering if the rumor of the three the other three Metroid games coming to Switch is ever going to come to fruition. Because that's one of those that's been around since launch almost.
Yeah. Smash Bros. Fighter, right? There's still one more in this open, right? Or two more? One more?
Yeah, there's 2 more.
There's two more. So definitely we'll
At
probably
l-
get something there at E3.
Absolutely.
New Mario Kart.
Nope.
Either like by new Mario Kart that includes DLC for like more
Oh,
DLC for Mario Kart.
please. The 4 of us have played it since 2014. Just please give me one new track. I'd be okay. It'd be new.
Yes, please.
You were talking about games to bring to Disney earlier, and it got me thinking about how I was thinking about starting Mario Odyssey again, because it's been 4 years now, and I kind of had a hankering to go check it out again, and just remember that. So maybe more. Well, obviously, probably not more Mario stuff because we just blew such a huge load with Mario over the past year, or 6 months.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say no, but Indie Cube was hitting at something Mario Party related.
Mario Party 2? Super Mario Party 2? Super Duper
Maybe?
Mario Party?
Because they had like a listing posted and they broke down like all the games they had made, and then they had like a mystery box for the next one.
So,
And all they do is basically just make Mario Party.
That's true.
remember when Mario Party was a yearly franchise?
Yes.
What happened to that?
We lost Hudson.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Mario Party 9 happened. And then Mario Party 10 happened.
Pain.
But I mean,
We-
Super Mario Party
no.
is like, it's not as good as the old Mario Parties, but it's way better than 9 and 10 were.
And now it has
Hey,
a
hey, don't disrespect Bowser Party.
I will disrespect Bowser Party.
You needed 5 people for that.
No, you didn't. Unless you wanted balance. But Bowser wrecking everybody else was super fun.
So yeah, I mean, I'd basically be down for another Super Mario Party with bigger boards. I just
Yeah.
want bigger,
Or
larger
just
boards.
more boards. I would love just a board like 6 and 7, or not 6 and 7, 7 and 8 had, where you spend your money and it's like a shop. It's Windmill in 7, and it's Koopa Tycoon in 8. And they're some of my favorite boards because
It's an interesting take on it. And also means that you can't just be, winning because you're the furthest ahead.
you spend your coins to invest into either windmills or hotels. And you get
Oh.
stars based on how much.
So it's like you take Mario Party and you sprinkle a little bit of Monopoly in there,
A little bit, yeah.
just a tiny.
But you
pinch of
can
Monopoly.
override the person by putting more coins than they have in there, unless it's maxed out at 100.
Okay.
And then Boo can steal it because he's an NPC in 8. It's really interesting. We gotta play it with you sometime.
I
don't
think
know
we
if you've
did
played
try
more.
to play it with you, like in 2016. And you had family stuff come up, so we could not.
I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see what else. New Donkey Kong, maybe. I don't
That'd be
know.
cool.
New Kirby.
The rumored Mario Donkey Kong game.
I didn't know that was rumored.
The Mario team is supposedly making a Donkey Kong game.
Did we not talk about that last week?
I think we mentioned it at some point, but who knows if that's, if by working on it, if it's anywhere near ready to talk about at E3.
True. But they also haven't done anything since Odyssey, so
Yeah. I wonder what Microsoft's got cooking.
Fable. Just kidding. They were looking for people to come work for them. That's more a concept than an actual game. At this point, at least.
Maybe some more details on the Halo game that keeps getting delayed. Maybe they'll be like, for sure, it's launching in early 2022 or something.
For sure. Guys, don't worry. We'll finally release it. With the Earth-style trees.
Yeah. So, it's so hard to predict like what Microsoft is gonna do. It's easier with the other two.
It's hard to predict Microsoft's because they're like, don't worry, we're working on games. And they're like, but we have Game Pass. And it's like, yeah, but what about your first party?
Yeah. Where's Halo?
Where's all these things you've said you've been working on for like a decade now? You know what? I think Sega could announce a new Yakuza game.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I don't know if they'd announce it at this, but they make them pretty fast because they use the same world, and they've just worked on expanding that world.
I think Square is going to tease that they're working on something for the Kingdom Hearts anniversary next year.
Nope. They
No?
said they're not talking about Kingdom Hearts this year.
Oh.
What
That's
about
already talking about Kingdom Hearts?
What about that? Do you think they'll have more stuff on the new Final Fantasy? Maybe.
Yes.
I could see that.
I hope they talk about Remake 2, but I doubt it. But I'd be very happy if they did.
Oh yeah, here's an easy one. Far Cry 6. I'm sure that'll be talked about. Because that's coming out like early October or something like that. So I'm sure Far Cry 6 will make an appearance. Okay, my brain won't let me get rid of this, so I'm gonna say it, even though it's probably not gonna happen. Maybe a bigger SSD expansion card for the Xbox.
Okay, that's fair.
The only one they offer right now is a single terabyte. Now it's terrifying, the idea of a bigger one, because the 1 terabyte costs like $220 or something like that. But maybe they'll make a bigger one.
Yeah.
Or, oh, here's an easy one. Microsoft's going to make a new controller color design because they do that like every other week. I'm sure we'll see something like that.
What's that YouTuber? That's a vague question.
That's super vague.
He's the guy. He's a tech guy. He loves backpacks.
Have no clue.
It's gonna kill me.
I think we'll see Atlas there, and they'll announce whatever they're doing for the 25th anniversary of Persona, or at least hinting at it.
Mhm.
Maybe they'll announce the spinoff. Because that's what I feel like we're getting this year.
Say that again.
Atlas and
Oh.
Persona spinoff for the 25th anniversary.
Right. Your average. Okay, I found it. That's a good point. But also, your average consumer. He's a YouTuber guy, and Microsoft sends him new controllers like every video. So he has like 1,000 freaking Xbox controllers with a different design because they make one all the time.
That'd be cool to own some of those, though. There's some really hard to find ones.
Yeah, I mean, like, especially because they send it to him for free. They just give him controllers all the time. So that would be definitely really cool. Let's see. What else? I don't know. I'm just ready for this to happen. I'm ready for some news. It's been so long.
Yeah,
Since
the
E3.
big news times.
I'm really hoping that we can get some cringe, even though it's probably won't be because it's going to be all scripted and stuff for virtual only event. But maybe we'll
That's
luck
true.
out and get some good cringe.
Especially since we also basically have it confirmed we'll get a Smash character.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a Nintendo Direct that has people talking to us again, like the president or whatever actually talking instead of just like art and stuff like that. Because I miss them talking to me,
Yes.
Fair enough.
even though it's not the same as when Iwata and Reggie were talking to me, but it's somebody talking to me. Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of spent. It's so hard to tell because of the pandemic and everything, just being thrown off. There might be something from like Razor and Turtle Beach. Maybe we'll get some.
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool
Aren't they
tech
announced?
Oh yeah, there. Turtle Beach is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Isn't
So
that weird?
maybe Turtle Beach will announce some sick new gamer tech.
Headphones, but with a mask. It took a year of development, guys. R&D worked very hard.
Starfield. That's the big Bethesda thing. Oh, look at this. I have no idea this was announced. The Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase is be on the 13th at 12 o'clock Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Nintendo is most likely going to be at their normal time as well.
So that would be on a Monday, right?
Nintendo would be Tuesday. Sony's normally Monday, right?
I don't
'Cause
know. This
I
is
think
on
it's normally
Sunday.
the big. Microsoft is normally on Sunday, I think.
It is a 90-minute show packed with everything you want to know about the epic gaming lineup coming out of this partnership, the incredible games coming to Xbox this holiday, upcoming releases on Xbox Game Pass, and more. 90 minutes. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I want some long gaming shows.
News.
Yeah.
I hope it's good, but also Microsoft's run into the problem of, hey, we have a really long thing, and then it's like kind of boring.
Yeah.
I mean, can't all be exciting, you know.
It can compared to what they've done in the past, though. Because Grant and I watched that one, and it was just forever long waiting for them to announce news, and they were like, it was just kind of weird. I remember a lot about it.
Well,
There was some
I can be more okay with 90 minutes now because now it's not just the Xbox show; it's also the Bethesda show. Because Bethesda
True.
used to have their own show, so now it's two of them in one. So
Which is weird.
It won't be like 30 minutes of Xbox content spread over an hour and a half. It'll be
Yeah.
Xbox and Bethesda content. So also like the teaser image or like the image with the date on it has Halo on the front, so I'm sure there's going to be a huge segment about the Halo because that's what everyone cares about, Halo Infinite. And also Starfield apparently. So yeah, I can't believe I totally missed that announcement. I read some prediction that the show was going to be on the 14th for Nintendo. But I have no idea how that is.
14th. I mean, if it's the 14th, I can definitely watch it. But
well,
historically, they're on the 5th or Tuesday of E3, so
that would be the 15th. That'd be the last day of E3. E3 is the 12th to the 15th. So, and Microsoft's on the second day, on the 13th. So honestly, I could see Nintendo doing it either on the 11th, which is that Friday before E3 starts, or the 15th. But since they're a part of E3, it's assumed to be, I guess, part of this 3-day span of Xbox doing it. So then the 15th, I guess. Although that would be weird to do it on the 15th and then like not have any Treehouse stuff, even though I guess Treehouse doesn't really matter as much given that there's there's no in-person stuff to talk about. Like there's stuff coming out. I just don't know if they want to do Treehouse given pandemic stuff is still kind of iffy and having all those people in close quarters hanging out together.
Might not be the best.
Like even though they're probably all vaccinated and it probably would be fine. If there's one company that doesn't want to take any risks on PR stuff, it's Nintendo. So
yeah.
Well, yeah, so I guess that's going to wrap it up here for this week. We thank you guys for listening so much. Be sure to stick around and come back all throughout June because I guarantee we're going to have so much crap to talk about. It's going to be borderline unbearable. I am very excited, and this is going to be a long 2 weeks until E3.
Right.
It's going to be a very long 2 weeks. So... we hope you enjoyed the show. Please share us with a friend. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, youtube.com/StormwindGames. That's also where Cameron posted those videos that he mentioned earlier. If you want to give those a watch. We post every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Time at those places. And be sure to come back for all the delicious gaming news coming out this month for sure. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you back next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.